this conversation, oh God, this is weird. Like, I saw that Kidology is basically now. So what happened is Osama bin Laden, he wrote a letter. This is from actually like a while ago. I think it was from 2014 or 2019. It's from a while ago. But some journalists covered it, made a little short on TikTok, and now it's gone viral. So like everyone is like read Osama bin Laden. It's a letter to America. So that's kind of the new thing that people have been talking about. All the girls have been talking about it, and they have American girls specifically, and everybody has feelings about it now. Here's the thing, like, that letter is from at least Osama bin Laden's dead. Okay. That letter's from like 7 years ago. All the points that he made were like, if they were valid 7 years ago, they're like still valid or have gotten even worse now. But also, growing up in Buddhism, we had this book that we read. It was called My Dear Friends in America. And it's kind of a letter to American people, and like kind of talking about the international conflict, foreign affairs, and your place as an American and what you can do to kind of help, or why you should care. And I kind of feel like this. America is like, it's a melting pot. There are Palestinian people in America right now. There are Jewish people in America right now. There are German people in America right now. There are African people in America right now. There are all types of European people here in America right now. All types of Latin American people. All types of Asian people in America right now. America is like, if we're thinking about like the Hunger Games, it's definitely District 1. Now, I, for a very long time, thought of the Hunger Games analogy as being like, amongst America, all the districts are in America. Other people who watch the Hunger Games, and I feel like actually the purpose of the Hunger Games, when I think about it a little bit more, and I saw a video by this other Muslim content creator that made sense to me. She was basically talking about how like Palestine would be like District 12 and America would be District 1, where in my eyes, it would be something like Birmingham, Alabama would be like District 12, and like Manhattan, New York would be like District 1. That's just kind of way far from the truth now. Like if you look like internationally, maybe something like Haiti would be like District 12, or maybe even like the Gaza Strip, like Palestine right now would be District 12. And then like District 1, it would definitely be somewhere in America. But it could also, I don't know, it could be Shenzhen in China. It could be like, there are lots of rich places. I mean, it could maybe be Dubai. It could be Tel Aviv. It could be like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of places where people are thriving. Maybe like District 3 could be like Lagos, Nigeria. Or, I don't know, like what are the other, it could be Spain. Or I don't know, like there are a lot of people all over the world who are like thriving and are not in like conflict, and we just don't see them, but they're, in terms of like capital, they're not doing as well. And I think for the first time, American women are starting to understand the safety and privileges that they have just by like being in America, which might have been a little bit confusing before because we didn't have anything to compare it to. And a lot of American women were looking at like Black American women to be like, the Black American woman is the District 12 and the white American woman is like the District 1. And so you can make that gap has been like thoroughly explored. The problem here is when in reality, like, let's just say like, Jasmine Tukes and Lori Harvey, both Black women who are both thriving wherever they are in the world, they're definitely in like District 1. Kind of breaks that myth of like Black women being District 12 as a whole, and you start to have to look at social class. This is where we have to enter sort of the ideology of like Kanye West when he's sitting here talking about class is the new, social class is the new Black. You know, I think he said that. He was like something like that where they were like, orange is the new black, and he's like, no, social class is the new black. And he was right. He was right. There's a lot of Kanye moments that I read. I could make a whole video about like the prophetic nature of Kanye West and his intersectional view on race, class, and politics, especially in media in terms of rap. Maybe it would be like Kanye and culture. Like, if I have time soon, I will write more about this, because there have been some classic moments that have like enabled Kanye to give words to things that we felt but did not have the words for, and Kanye came with classic quotes that helped us understand. But anyway, so you should watch Kidology's video. I think you should also watch that video from that Muslim content creator. And I wish, I don't know. I feel like I read that there was a ceasefire, so you could cover that from some of the conservatives. But I guess maybe a better thing to realize from this point going forward is that if you were one of the girlies who read the letter, you know, from Osama bin Laden, and you were really confused, or you were having this like highlight moment, which I feel like a lot of American women are having their eyes open to foreign affairs for the first time, where I feel like African women have never had that luxury because we've always known that we were black. And from the first time you kind of come to America, the anti-blackness becomes surreal. As in, like, if you had a question about how black you were, or if you were black, maybe in certain black communities where you have like a colorism spectrum, you are confused. But as you transcend into the real world, outside of segregated societies, you start to realize, oh my God, like we were all black, and it is actually the people who are non-black that have the most hatred toward our group, and some of their oppression is actually exhibited externally via foreign affairs on African nations. And you start to understand that it's like an America versus the other nations thing, and that's kind of difficult for some people to understand. Not everybody, but certainly some. It's a weird thing to say. It's even weirder to grapple with, but it is definitely real. And like, I don't know. I just wonder how some people could be so oblivious for so long, and just, how did you not know? That's like,